So we got Michael in for today. We're gonna do a workout together. We're gonna be hitting biceps and back, okay? That can be lats, rhomboids, all the good stuff. So the entire back. And I'm gonna choose a workout, then he's gonna choose a workout. I'm gonna choose the bicep workout, he's gonna choose the bicep workout. And what I like to start with is back exercises. And the reason I choose back is because I don't want to exhaust my biceps.
Yep.
You know, if I do biceps, then what's going to happen is that I won't have the energy or the pulling energy to do the bigger muscles. So we work with bigger muscles first and then our smaller muscles, which is biceps. So we're going to do back exercises today for the beginning of the workout and then biceps to end it. And Michael does have an issue on his lower back.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna activate our lats first. I was thinking we can do some lat stretches here.
Yeah, I do those.
You do these?
I mean, yeah, same thing. Maybe just, I do them standing.
Oh, you do them standing?
Yeah.
Oh, show me.
Same thing.
Show me. Oh, so you do them straight arm.
Yeah.
Oh, you're lefty.
I've started doing a lot more stuff single-handed
Okay.
because of my left side control issues. It seems like if I try to do both sides at once, I can't really, pay attention.
Yeah, it's that whole isolation. How many reps did you do?
Actually, I wasn't even counting. I'm like, first set or two for me is always warm-ups. I'm like, all right.
You know Dorian Yates, the bodybuilder?
I've heard the name. A face isn't coming.
He's a very famous bodybuilder. I think he won a bunch of Olympias, and he's a very big guy, man.
Natural or?
Oh no, not even close to natural. Oh yeah, by the way, for the people that are watching, you want to be in a cross position. If you do it here, you won't get much of a stretch. If you turn yourself and you'll allow the arm to be in this position, like a cross motion, you get a bigger stretch on those lats. But Dorian Yates, he does this as well. I actually learned this not from Dorian Yates, a bodybuilding book where they talk about activating that muscle first. So that way when you're doing your back movements, you can feel it a lot more. So I really like activating those muscles before doing the main lifts. But I'm pretty sure you know that because you look like a bodybuilder yourself.
I've done them before a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then hadn't done it in a while. And it's like, well, let me try these again when I had downtime. The only problem I had one day was I did it, I think, the day after I did shoulders, or maybe it was after a chest triceps day, and it was just like killing me back here.
Right.
I mean, at that point, I was like, God, this is my weak point. I was like, I was having to stop. I was like, maybe avoid doing them right after triceps or shoulders. Because I mean, that was my weak point that day. I was like, fuck, my shoulders giving out before my back.
How long do you usually train for?
So I'd try to keep it to an hour and a half.
Damn. See, I usually take about 45 to an hour. That depends on what movements I'm doing or what I'm working that day. HIIT training for sure, I have to take it for 45 to 55 minutes. So one thing people don't know about working out is that it is a stressor, and HIIT training is like one of the most stressful thing you can do to your body. And what's even worse is cardio. So if you're stressed and you do cardio, you're just adding more stress to your body, which could lead to problems. Oh, God damn. That's some heavy stuff, man.
Do you ever have clients that just consistently overtrain?
No, we have the opposite problem here. They don't train enough. So I have to constantly remind them, did you do your homework?
Yeah, I've got one. He overtrains for sure.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, and I keep telling him, but it's kind of like, now it's at the point where it's like, okay, he's gonna do it anyway. So I can't do much about that.
So one of the symptoms, this is how you know if someone has been overtraining: snot. If there's a lot of snot coming out of that person's nose, that's a symptom of overtraining. I knew a guy who's always had a running nose. And he even told me he overtrains. And I said, so why don't you give yourself a break? He says, I just can't. I'm too addicted to working out. This was when I was in personal training school.
I mean, even if you tell him it can actually be counterproductive, he still did it.
He still did it. I mean, he went to school. The teacher said, gave the symptoms.
I mean, it's like this guy, it's like he can't help himself. And he's already like in decent shape. So I was like, he needs to push that hard.
Oh yeah. All right, last one, and then we'll do one of your workouts. Well, even though this is one of your workouts.
I wish I could have more people do these. Some sessions just, that's session length. Try to do, I usually have time I can squeeze in like just one single arm, single leg thing, and that's it.
Ooh, my right arm is a lot stronger. This is our first time working out together, my man.
Well, I'm sure the same with you. You had to just kind of get it in whenever you've got space between people, or it can be hard to work out with somebody.
I have trained with one of my clients before. I didn't feel right. I don't know about you, but I didn't feel right because it was his session and it didn't feel like he was getting his money's worth. So I stopped doing that. But since you're not paying, we're doing it together.
Yeah, I mean, I've never done, I mean, if someone's paying, then I need to be paying attention to them, not working out next to them.
Yeah, go for it. What do you have planned for back?
I mean, I think I can do bench rows.
Okay.
As long as I've got that one hand. I'll start with this and see.
Yeah, go for it. How many reps are you doing?
I'll probably do 12 at this weight.
There you go, this is 9, 10, last one. All right.
These allergies aren't helping. Like I just can't get the air.
Whew, haven't been pushing a lot of weight because I've been doing high rocks workouts. Workouts includes lower weight, higher reps.
That's coming up again, isn't it?
Yep, March.
Yeah, are you going or?
Yeah, I'm competing. So I've been losing a lot of weight because I have to do a lot of HIIT training, a lot of running.
Do they have like different weight class in that, or is it all just everyone?
Everyone. I mean, you have beginners, you get lighter weights, and then you have pros. And pros, doesn't matter how much you weigh, doesn't matter how tall you are, everyone does the same weight. So it's tough, man, it's tough.
That's where being taller can suck.
Yes. Yeah, usually those type of people are hybrid athletes where they can actually do cardio and pick up a decent amount of weight. They're usually not jacked. 6, good. I think that's 7.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
My pre-workout hitting me again.
So we're definitely gonna get a pump. Right now I feel my lats for sure. A lot of lats. And he's back. You need gloves?
Oh yeah, my hands are still all beat up.
How many sets? 3?
Yeah, this will be my 3rd.
Yeah, 3rd one. Do you count your clients' reps?
Yep, I always do. My last trainer, or in-person trainer, he liked to count out loud. Eventually I told him, I was like, please don't. I was like, when I hear those last 2 numbers, it just makes me want to give up. Was that 11 or 12?
That was 12. I'm counting. But I don't count out loud like your trainer.
I told him, I was like, please just tell me when I'm through. Like, if I hear the numbers, I don't know, it messes with me.
Oh, I see. See, what I told my clients is that I count your reps. So that way you don't have to think about it. And now it just becomes natural that I count their reps. Just like right now, 9. And I'm probably fucked with your brain.
I mean, I catch myself counting Jordans.
Oh yeah? He said, stop counting. Stop counting.
Well, I just count them to myself. I don't.
That's the thing, is that the more you do this, it comes out naturally because you just do it all the time with your clients.
Oh, there was one time I woke up from a dream and I was already counting 14. I was like, Jesus.
You're counting sheeps or what?
No, I was actually counting someone's reps.
How much do you weigh?
I checked the other day, it was like 197 and a half.
Oh shit.
It was 207 something like a week before. I was like, okay, that was, that weight wasn't first thing in the morning, so it was already skewed, but 10 pounds, I was like, oh, that's a bigger difference than I was expecting.
I'm doing your weight. I weigh 148 pounds. Yeah, 148 pounds, and I'm doing your weight. That's why it's hard as People don't realize that height and weight makes a difference.
One of my clients, he surprised me. I think he's like 6'4".
Uh-huh.
He's tricked me. The first training session we had, I was like, weights I grabbed, he just kept having to go up each set. I was like, damn, how much can this guy do?
Yeah, because if you have long limbs, you would think that it'll be harder for someone to do as much weight because of the leverage. They have a longer reach than we do, so that's a big stretch, man.
He doesn't look big, but I'm like, okay, I guess his muscles are, I mean, they're just that spread out that there's obviously more there than looks like. And yeah, and I mean, obviously his form and everything was good, so I'm like.
So I was thinking we can do incline rows. I don't know if you've ever done these before.
I've not done them this way.
No?
I mean, I've done them with dumbbells, but of course the bench was not this steep.
Yeah, we work what we got, my friend.
I know sometimes the hardest part is getting in position.
Oh yeah. So I was thinking we can do a pronation, a supination, so palms down, and we come back in, so we let it stretch, and then pull right in. Let it stretch.
Yeah, that's what I see most people never do is the stretch at the end. They always want to hold it.
Oh, that might be too much for me. There you go. How was that?
Oh, that weight wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be.
Well, for me, it's a lot. Might have to lower it down for myself. Yeah, when you don't have a lot of different machines, you kind of have to be creative with this.
Yeah, I do that a lot in my downtime. I just go play with things. You might figure out something, maybe not.
Especially trying to spice things up. You know, it's like the bedroom, right? You got to spice things up.
Yeah, I try to do that with clients. I'm like, okay, I know it's obviously the key isn't to do something different every time, but I'm like, okay, I don't want them getting bored. I'll pretty much just give them the same stuff. I'll just do dumbbells one week, cables the next week, TRX. Something I might just give them, even though it's the exact same exercise.
40s or more?
I'll try 43. Too big of a jump, or I'll just be going back.
That's the hard part of being a trainer, is to spice things up, because you don't want the client to be bored.
Or sometimes I have to just tell them, I'm like, well, it's not about excitement, always.
It always goes back to those fundamentals, and it also depends on their goals. Like for instance, if you have an older woman, older man, well, they have a higher percentage of falling. So you got to give them stability exercises.
Yeah.
So that way they can function in a real world and not fall on their asses, because 9 times out of 10 are going to fracture something. Bones get brittle throughout the day you live on this earth.
Yeah, I always start everyone off with all the basic stuff. I mean, assuming they can do everything. I know I had one client that's the exact same stuff I do. I guess they thought I was just every person the same thing. I was like, no, everyone does these because this is what everybody should be doing.
Yeah.
Like squat, bench press, all the, I'm like, no, everyone should do these, so.
Yeah, I like to tell people there are 6 primal movements. There's push, press, or that's the same thing. Push, pull, squat, lunge, hinge, and twist. 6 fundamental movements everyone should be able to do. And if you're missing one, right, that's something we need to work on. Not everyone can do it, because, well, issues, right? Lower back issues, impingements.
Yeah, for me, there's certain things I don't do because lower back.
Yeah.
Mainly, any standing overhead press, no. Yeah, I saw a few people do it. Standing overhead press the other day, and one of them was an older guy, 2 probably guys in their 20s. It's like, I'm not your trainer, but looks like y'all keep doing that, you're gonna have back issues like I do.
And I will say not every trainer are gonna care how you do form. That's a hot take. You hire a trainer so that way you don't get injured, but there's also a lot of trainers out there that don't care about your form.
I don't know why they wouldn't, because they hurt themselves and they're not gonna be training with you. There goes your money depends on that.
Yeah.
Them being able to show up, so.
And just like you have bad or horrible barbers, you have horrible trainers out there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the older guy was their trainer, but he was doing it the same. I mean, he was trying to lift that over. He was going, wow, ooh, that's. And those younger ones, they were doing it the same way. I'm like, oh God, y'all support backs.
And I like to tell people, it might not happen today where you hurt your back, but maybe next time you do it, that's where you're gonna hurt your lower back.
Well, to me, it's just like, I would assume my back issues are probably from a herniated disc, or I've never had it checked out to see if, but I'm sure I have one. It would not surprise me, which I'm sure is where my sciatic comes from. And seeing them do that, I was just like,
oh my
goodness. Even when I do them seated, it's one of the things I definitely don't try to go super heavy on.
How long have you been working out for?
I started in 2008.
Wow.
Haven't done it consistently that whole time. Went back to school once and had time off, from that. And then when I moved back here in 2023, I was probably 9 months off because I had all my house stuff going on, remodel. I had no kitchen. I had to be there all the time for contract. I was like, it's just not being able to cook and having to be here all the time. I'm like, let's just take some time off until this is done. I mean, yeah, I could have still went, and I probably should have. I was like, well, a little break.
What made you decide to become a personal trainer?
I was sick of my corporate job, and at least this is something I like doing. And if I can make money at it, and kind of get to make your own rules.
Last one.
Like many other people my age who used to be in oil, they've all quit for different things. Same reason, they just couldn't take that industry no more. I've tried to quit it multiple times, but wound up back there.
Yeah.
This is the first time I feel like I can actually stay away. I mean, I knew the pay cut would be pretty big, but it's bigger than I thought. It's managing so far.
Right.
It was this holiday season that killed me. There was so much drop off. Well, 3 of them broke things. One of them, I think it was his wrist, one lady's arm, one other guy, it was his shoulder, and then something was going on with something here. He's had a hernia before, so I think it was that. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely, as far as work, yeah, definitely like it, and I just need to build clients back up.
No, for sure. I totally get it, man. Because I also, when I first started here, I only had one client for, I don't know, like 4 months. Then I had 2 clients or 3 clients in 6 months. This was it. This was the only income I was getting.
How often were they coming?
One of them was twice a week and the other twice. So 2 and 1. 2 and 1. And then after that, I started to ramp up and started getting more clients and more clients. And now I'm pretty booked. I only have so much space. And that's the thing, is that like I can probably get more clients, but it'll just be too much for me.
Yeah, it's like then, when do you fit them in and make time for yourself? And
that's the thing, man.
Oh yeah, I've definitely been there. Like last summer, it was really busy, but I would get there sometimes at 7 and leave at 10 at night. So I'm like, I don't miss that necessarily.
Go ahead and pick your next workout, my friend. Unless you want to do biceps, it's up to you.
What's a good lower lat or right back in here? I guess, the Christmas tree, basically. If you have anything that hits that really well.
You talking about the lower back?
Yeah.
I like to do these, but I don't know how you're going to feel about them.
Hopefully it's something I can do.
We're about to find out, right? So I grab the edge. I'm in that frog position, and I come up. And I bring them right back down, and then I come right back up. Squeezing my glutes at the top position. I bring them down, and bring them up.
I think I should be able to do that.
And that's very isolated. That's bodybuildish.
I was like, I don't need any more upper back at the moment. I'm already like fried there. So we're here, and then we're
squeezing your glute at the top position. There you go.
And is it trying to keep your legs like this, or
out like a frog? There you go. You're gonna get a lot of comments on the feed, my friend, about those glutes, those bodybuilding glutes that you got going on.
Of course, I can't even do much legs right now with this back thing. I was able to do some the other day and surprised myself that leg press of all things is what I absolutely could not. As soon as I went to even push, try to push, my lower back was like, nope, we're not having it. And leg, well, my left leg, that's the one with the issue. Leg extension, I can only go up so far, but I went up as far as I could with it. But yeah, that leg press threw me. I thought that wasn't gonna be an issue. And I tried different ones. I was like, well, maybe the angle of this one is off. Because over at that gym, they have like, I don't know, 3 or 4 different ones. After the second one, I was like, okay, no, we're just gonna forget this idea. Well, it was getting better until I declined. You wanted to do 1 rep max stuff. I was like, okay, we got the big weights. When I had to put all that up, it kind of set me back a little bit.
Wait, you pulled your back?
Getting older is so much fun. This time, what started it all was I was at home doing chores, just leaned over to deal with the trash, and however I bent, something didn't go right.
Oh.
As soon as I was like, oh my God. I was like, I felt it. I mean, I was hoping, I was like, okay, maybe it's just like, oh, tomorrow it'll be gone. Yeah. Nope, then it was like I couldn't lift this leg, which is what I had last summer with the sciatic. I was like, and I wasn't even in the gym this time when it happened. I guess the worst. I can sooner accept that than just randomly doing chores. I'm gonna deal with it.
With this one, if I wanted to make it a little bit more challenging, I'll place some weighted ankles and I'll do them that way to make it more challenging. But for right now, with your sciatica.
Well, this doesn't bother it actually.
Good.
I think it's mainly if I don't have anything supporting me when I go to lean over, is what the main issue is.
Yeah, I always make sure, man, to brace my core when I pick something up. I always make sure to use my breath, do some breath work before picking something up. And what's crazy is that it can be something small and you trigger it. Last one here.
I mean, with this one, yeah, I think I could actually do weight here. I mean, it's already much better than it was a week ago. At least I can lean over now without like having to brace myself here.
We might have to do a bicep work after this, before my client comes in.
Oh, I didn't know it was already 140. Yeah. Every time went by quick. I think this calf is tightened up doing that.
Do you feel the cramp?
Oh, yeah, I definitely do. I wish I could see it right now. Yeah, I haven't seen mine in some time.
For our bicep exercise, I was thinking, I don't know if you've done this one before, I was thinking we can do one that I like because it's different, and I sometimes feel my entire bicep doing these, where you basically go out and you come right back in.
No, I have not done those.
And then you come right back in.
I thought you were going to say at the incline bench.
Try those.
I mean, sometimes, yeah, I do the outer part, but never coming. So it was like, and then you just, and is it more?
You're doing it right. Just keep your elbows slightly back. Now go for it. There you go.
I keep forgetting to bring it in. Like if nothing else, just go until it starts burning.
Yeah. There you go. And then on the next one, we can go up.
Yeah, let's do one more here.
Okay.
Oh, one thing I was going to ask you have a client, because I have one. She, whenever we do pretty much anything, but back was the last thing we did, she's always like I don't ever feel anything, like in, back here, whatever we're doing. And I noticed she's like, I feel it in my arms, or sometimes it's like, I feel it all over, because she's like, probably just tenses up everything.
Yeah, I got clients like that.
How do you go about working on their connection and, feeling it, whether they're doing like lat pull, row, whatever it is?
Okay, here's a hack that I've done before. There's no way they cannot feel it. Do you remember with Jordan when I gave him that muscle stimulation device?
Yeah.
Huge hack. So if anybody that are watching this, if you can't feel the muscle, this is the hack. You put that muscle stimulation on that bicep or on their core, it activates that muscle, and there's no way around it. You're gonna feel it. But another thing I like to do is I like to basically touch their muscle to get that muscle feedback, that muscle connection. And then sometimes if they're doing a back exercise, and they feel it in the arms, they're not pulling their shoulder blades back in order to feel that back muscle, or pulling the elbows back to get that squeeze. And sometimes they need a little pre-exhausting workout like we did with the lat, and how we were able to get the stretch and then get the contraction. They probably need that as well. It's a little pre-exhaust movement. And like I told you, you can also work on pre-exhausting the muscle that you want to work on, so that way they can feel it. Looking good, man. How you liking these?
I hate them. Oh yeah, I definitely feel them.
So another thing I like to do is, once they go external to internal, I like to do the opposite, internal to external.
Oh, so going here and then going
Exactly.
like this?
So then we'll do that, where we do both. Where we go out, in, then in, out.
Yeah, I think mainly whenever I go out is if I happen to be sitting, just because, you know, the bench and your legs
Oh yeah.
kind of gets in my way, so it kind of makes me go this way.
Yeah, that's the thing about sitting down, is that you don't have room.
Yeah, I prefer them standing, sitting.
I don't know how you're doing these in and out, and these are heavy, dude, for me. Again, I don't weigh that much, man. I'm a feather compared to you.
Yeah, I'll try doing it this way this time.
Yeah.
Sometimes for me, it's my wrist.
Oh.
Doing biceps that needs a break.
This is our last one here because my client's coming in. We're gonna end it with a bang. Going in and then out.
Now, it doesn't matter if you kind of come in as you go up, or
I like to keep them separate.
so, and then do
Yeah.
this.
There you go. That way I work on both innies and outies. There you go. Good work. Thank you all for watching this video. This is Michael, and
Making my debut.
his debut. First time on camera, right? If you guys want to hit him up, I'll put his information down below, in the description down below. That way you can contact him. He does accept gay clients, isn't that right?
Yeah.
I accept gay clients.
I accept money. I'll just put it that way.
But if you want eye candy, this is the guy for you. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one. I'm gonna say, or what would you say?
Out of breath.